Hello everyone, Teacher Claire here. I've decided to make a step-by-step video on what we have covered in class. This video will help you step by step in creating your own video. You can play and pause the video at your own pace. Alright, let's get started. This video is for the computer version, Scratch 3.0. So if you are using a MacBook or a Windows computer, this video is for you. Right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to start by deleting our cat. We do not want our cat. We want to make a game where our character moves left and right, and we need to catch something in order to get points. And if something hits us, we lose. So first thing we are going to do is create two backgrounds. Background 1, so you're going to click on background first. Once you've clicked on background, just go to the top left where it says backgrounds, click on that. And now we are going to get our background. I am going to choose a background. I'm going to click on the magnifying glass. Just move your mouse onto the picture. Move up to the magnifying, click, and I'm going to select blue sky. I want my background to be the blue sky background. I want to get another background, so go there, magnifying glass, and this is going to be my game over screen. So I'm going to click on that. Now, where we have three backgrounds, we don't want that. So we're going to click on that one and delete that background. So now we only have two, background 1 and background 2. Now what we want to do is on background 2, we need to write game over. So we are going to click on the text and we're going to change the color of our text to black. There we go. And now we'll just click on the screen, anywhere that you want, and just write game over. Or you can write you lose, it is up to you. This is your game, you can do what you want. Now I want to change the text of my game over. I'm going to click on this one at the top, click on the drop arrow. I'm going to select the one that says pixel because it looks like a game. If you want to make it bigger, drag your bar like that. And there we go, I'll show you again. Go to the corner, drag. There we go. And now we're going to move it by clicking on the select tool. Go to the plus and move it. I want it in the middle of the screen. There we go. Now can you see it says game over. Now our game over screen is finished. Now we're going to go back to screen 1. Once you're on screen 1, let's click on code. There we go. Now we're back on the screen. Now we need to create a ground where our character is going to be walking on. We need to create a character, and we need to create something that is good that is going to fall and something that is bad that is going to fall. So there's 4 sprites that we need to create. So we're going to go to the cat, go to the search, and I want us to find something that is walking. So we're going to go into the search bar and type in walking. Right, our first character you can see is walking. This bear is not walking, so we cannot use this one. This bear is walking, we can use that. This character is also walking. This one is also walking. And the unicorn is running, it's not really walking. So we can use the orange guy, the red one, the bear, or the person. I'm going to select the orange person. You click on it one time, and there we go, it is in your game. So let's put our person there. Now we need to create the ground. I do not have the ground, so I'm going to click on, move to the cat, go to the paintbrush, and this time we are going to draw the ground. So we're going to click the rectangle, the square icon, it says rectangle. Then we're going to go to the color, and we're going to select the color that we want. Our ground, I want my ground to be brown. So let's look for and see if we can find a brown color. There we go. I have brown, that looks like brown. If your one is selected like this, if you have a picture over there, I want you to delete this picture by clicking on the drop arrow and select no borders. This is a no border sign. There we go. Now we're going to draw our ground. Let's just drag and draw the floor like this. There we go. Now it is on our screen. but our ground is in the wrong position. So we need to change this one. Go to where it says X and change X to 0. Put it on 0. There we go. Now it's in the middle. When you're happy, just bring your ground down. And there we go. Now we have our ground. Once you've done, we're going to go to, let's go back to code. So we're off the screen. Our ground, we need to give it a name. So it says right now sprite 1. We don't want that. So let's change this to ground. Or you can change it to floor. It is up to you. Now we need to put in something that is going to give us points and something that is going to make the game end. So we're going to go to the cat icon, click on the magnifying glass. Once you've done that, let's look for something that is good. So if I eat an apple, I'm going to get points. Now let's look for something that is bad. So if, let's say if the baseball hits me on the head, if it goes like that, boom, that means the game is over. So now we have these icons, but now these icons are very big, so we need to make them smaller. So we're going to click on each icon. So we have our first person. We need to change the size. Go to where it says size and change that to 50. There we go. Now our character is smaller. Now we're going to click on the apple. Same thing. Change the size to 50. There we go. Same thing for the ball. Change the size to 50. And there we go. Now we have all of our icons. Now I want the person to be on the ground. So we're going to just click on our person. Let's drag our person down and just put him there. You can put him on the line if you want to. I want to put it in the middle so it looks like he's walking on a road or on the ground. And now our person is, we want our person to be in the middle of the screen, so we're going to change the X position to 0 and just press enter. There we go. Now our person's in the middle of the screen. Now we want the apple and the baseball also to be in the middle of the screen. So we're going to click on the apple, change the X position to 0, enter, change the Y position. Y is up and down. We want it to be right at the top. So we're going to change the Y position to 200. There we go. Right now it says 181 because 181 is the highest it can go. So we're going to do the same thing with the baseball. X, 0, enter, and 200. Enter. Same thing, 180, that is okay. As long as the ball is at the top. We want to start at the top of the screen. Now we have all of our characters that we are going to be using for this game. Now we need to create movement for each object. So we're going to start with our person. I'm going to click on my person. Now when I click on my person, you will see there will be a little picture of your person over there. If I click on the apple, it has an apple picture. If I click on the baseball, it has a baseball picture. So now you know which one you are coding. So I want to code my character. So there's my character. I have my character. Now we're going to start coding. We're going to click on events and we're going to take the green flag. So when I press the green flag, it's going to start my game. After events, we're going to go to the one that says look. And then we're going to go scroll down until you see the one that says show. We want everything to show. When the game starts, everything must be shown. Then we're going to go back to motion. And then we are going to get the one that says go to X and Y. This one. Go to X and Y. As we can see, my character X 0 Y minus 133. It is the same code as this. So let's put this over there. And now if I move my character like this and I click the green flag, it will start over there. This is the start position of whatever your sprite is. Okay, and then we need to scroll up and find the one that says set. There we go. Scroll down, set rotation style. Get this one that says set rotation style. We need to make our character move left and right. If you select this one, don't rotate, it is not going to turn. If you select this one, it will always turn around. We don't want that. So we're going to make sure it is left and right. And let's drag this one and put it before our X. If you want to put it after your X, it is okay. But let's do it like this first. Put it before. Now we need to grab from the orange side under controls. We need to create a movement for our character. So we are going to find the one that says forever, this one, and then we're going to get to if and then. If and then. There we go. So we have these three. We have if then, and we have forever. Forever you're going to put there. If and then you're going to put inside, and then if and then you're going to put inside as well, underneath the other one. There we go. Now we have our positioning. Now, I want to make my character move right. So we're going to go back to motion, and we're going to scroll down to the one that says point in direction. Let's see, point in direction. Take point in direction and put it inside. And take another point in direction and put it inside this one. So this one is for left and this one is for right. But now we need to find the key that says if I press, we're going to go to sensing. Under sensing, it should say, sorry, not sensing, we need to go to motion. And if key is pressed, point in direction, yes, yes, sensing. When the key is pressed, you're going to take this blue one under sensing, put it there, and we're going to get two of them, one for this one and one for this one. So now I need to change the space to if I press right arrow, my character needs to move right. So let's go like that. And now if I press the left arrow, my character needs to move left. So we're going to take this and put it inside this white circle. There we go. Now we have our coding for that. But now, if I click the green flag now and press left and right, nothing is happening. So now we need to create movement. So let's stop everything. Now we need to move. Click on motion, where it says move, take move, and put move underneath point in direction, and another move, put it underneath point in direction. Okay. Now we're going to change the speed to 5, only 5 steps, and this speed also to 5 steps. This is our movement steps. Now let's test and see if it is working. If I click on the green flag and I press my right arrow, my character moves right. If I press my left arrow, oh, now my character is moving weird because when I press the left arrow, it is still moving right. So we need to change the direction to left. There we go. So this one is right, this one is left. So if I press the left button, I need to go point in the left direction. Let's see my right arrow. If I point the right, it needs to point in the right direction if I press the right button. Now let's stop everything, press play again and test. Right arrow, yes. Left arrow, yes, but it is moving 50 steps. We need to make sure it is 5 steps. That's why it is moving very fast. So right, left, there we go. Now we have movement for our character. But now we want to add an animation for our character. So what we're going to do, let's click stop. Now we're going to go to the one that says look. Under look, you're going to find the one that says next costume. So if you have an animation for your character, you can use next costume and it will change. Let's take the next costume one and put it before point in direction. And next costume before point in direction. There we go. Once this is done, if I click play, move the arrow, There we go. Now our character is walking. It looks like they are walking. So now we have finished the movement for our character. Let's click stop. And I'm just going to move that to the side. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we are going to program the baseball. Let's click on the baseball, the bad icon. So when you've clicked on the baseball, we are going to create motion for it to move down and spawn in different positions. So we're going to click on the event flag. When I press the green flag, everything should start. Then I'm going to click on the looks, find the one that says hide. We're going to have one hide and one show. Okay, so we're going to have hide, and then we're going to click on controls. We're going to find the one that says forever. Take forever, put it underneath hide. And then we're going to click on where it says wait. We're going to take wait, put it inside, change the number to 1.5. There we go. Then after that, we need to just scroll down, and you're going to see over there it says create clone of myself, so which means this is going to copy. It is going to copy the ball and make many of them every 1.5 seconds. Once that is done, you just move that to the side. Now what we're going to do is above where it says create clone of myself, we need to click on this one. When I start as a clone, drag that and put that there. Then we need to go to motion, go to X and Y position, this one, go to X and Y, put that underneath when I start. As you can see, baseball is on 0 and 180. There is our positioning. Now what we're going to do is go to operations, pick random number. So let's start on our left side. We're going to say minus 200 and 200. There we go. And we're going to take this green one and we're going to put it on this white circle. So let's drag it and put it there. Now we have our clone. Then we are going to click on the one that says look, and we need to find the one that says show. So we have one hide and now we have one show. Now we need to click on control, get the repeat until, this one, repeat until. Straight after we get the repeat until, we need to make it if this baseball touches the floor, the ball needs to stop. So we're going to go to sensing, get the one that says touching color, this one, and we're going to put this inside. It will make a white ring. There we go. Click on the blue icon, and we're going to select this one because we want to get the exact same color. So we get this one and it will give us a ring. We're going to find the brown. There we go, and now I've clicked on the brown. When I'm happy, click away. Now we're going to say go to motion, scroll down to where it says change Y by, click on that. We need to go down, so we're going to say change Y by -5. If you make this one -10 or -20, it is going to fall very fast, so make sure it is between -1 and -5. Okay, now straight after that we are going to get an if. Go to control. So now let's just test first before we start. Is it spawning? There, the ball's falling. There, the ball's falling. Can you see? There we go. So we know this is working. Let's click on stop. Now what we want to do is we're going to grab the one that says if. So now if the ball touches the ground, I want it to delete itself. And if the ball touches our character, I want it to take us to backdrop number 2 and say game over. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to sensing. So now where it says touching mouse pointer, we're going to put this inside there. There we go. And we're going to change where it says mouse pointer to our character's name. Our character's name is Pico Walking. Let's select Pico Walking. So if the ball touches Pico Walking, I want it to take us to the game over screen. So we're going to go to Events. And then we're going to say the one that says Broadcast Message. Drag and put that there. Now where we have our drop arrow, click on the drop arrow. We're going to select New Message. And we're going to type Game Over. Okay. Once you've done that, you just press OK. Now we have our game over. Now, if the ball touches the ground, I want it to stop everything. So underneath Control, scroll down all the way until you see the one that says Stop All. I'm sorry, not Stop All, Delete Clone. We're not going to stop everything. We're just going to delete this clone. So now let's see. Let's test. Press play. Move our character. Don't touch the ball. There we go. Can you see? Now the balls are disappearing every time it touches the ground. Now we know that is working. So let's click on the stop. There we go. Now we want to broadcast. We want the game to stop if the ball touches us. So we're going to say, scroll down, go to Events. Now under Events, it says, when I receive message. When I receive a message, we're going to click on that. I'm going to say, when I receive game over. So if the ball touches me, I want everything under control. I want everything to stop. Stop all. There we go. Now we have our animation for the ball. Let's test it. I'm going to just touch one of the balls. Let's see, does it stop? Yes, it stops everything. I cannot press anything. There we go. Now what we need to do is we are going to program the apple. Now the apple code is the same as the baseball, but there's just 3 things that we have to change. So we can take this and we can drag it and copy the code onto our apple and let go. Take this one, drag it onto our apple and let go. Take this one, drag it onto our apple and let go. There we go. Now I'm going to click on my apple. There we go. I have all of my codes exactly the same. But now we need to add something in the middle over there. So what we're going to do, we need to add points. So now if I touch the apple, I don't want to die. I want to get points. So we are going to click on variables. We need to create a point system. So we're going to click on make variable. For all sprites, we're going to call this one points. Or you can make it score. It is up to you. Click OK. Now at the top of my screen, I have a points icon. Now I'm going to set my points every time when I click on the green flag. Click on that, make this one points. Every time I click the green flag, my point must start on 0. And let's put that there like that. Now this one is finished, but we don't want everything to fall at the same time. So if I click the green flag, I don't want the apple and the ball to fall at the same time. So we're going to change this one to 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds, it is going to do that. Now, we are going to add something in this one as well. So I'm going to change this broadcast message not to game over, because if I touch the apple, I want to get points. So we're going to change this one not to game over. We're going to create a new message and make this one points. Okay, so now we have 2 messages. We have one game over message and 1 point message. So we want this one for the apple for points. For the baseball, game over. For the apple, points. And now, when the apple touches me, we need to go back to the orange one under control. Delete this clone. We need to take this one and put it underneath points. So if I touch the apple, it will delete. Okay, now we need to receive points. So when I receive, same message like this, we're going to get the same one. Go to events. When I receive points, I must get points. So we're going to go to the variables one and then change. Take the one that says change, put that there, and change my points. Change points by 1. So now let's test and see if it works. Let's move my character. If I touch the apple, I get 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. And if I touch the ball, everything stops. There we go. Now we know this is working. So we are almost finished. Now what we're going to do is when the ball touches the character, we want to change this screen to our game over screen. So we are just going to click on backdrop. There we go. Once you've clicked on backdrop, you can see it has my picture of my backdrop. And we are going to select. We're going to go to events, the green flag. When I press the green flag, I want the game to start. And we're going to go to look, switch background. We're going to make this one is called blue sky 1. And now we're going to say, go to events. When I receive, if the ball touches me and it says game over, go back to looks. We need to change our backdrop to sky number 2. So let's test and see if this works. Click play. And let's see, touch the ball. There we go. Now we have game over. But if we're on the game over screen, I want the floor to disappear and I want our character to disappear as well. So we're going to do the same thing that we did with this one. So we're going to click on our character. Let's just stop everything. Click on the character. And now we're going to say events. When I receive game over, when I receive this game over message, this one is on show. So now I must take this one and select the one that says hide. Now we need to do the same thing for our floor. Our floor is going to be like this. Click on the floor icon and we are going to say events, like this, exactly the same as our backdrop. When I click on the green flag, I want this to, under look, show. Let's take the hide one. Let's get that one ready. Let's go to events. When I receive game over, it must hide. So now let's stop that and click play. Yes, it is working. Let's move. I'm getting points. That is good. That is good. Okay, and do we touch the ball? Game over. Look, everything has disappeared. And that is how you create this game. If you want to add sounds in your game, you can. It is up to you. I will show you how to do that as well. So when you click on stage, let's just go to backdrop. Let's just get backdrop 1. So now we have our backdrop 1. If you want to add sounds, you can click on these sounds. Make sure when you click the green flag, we're going to play a sound. So let's put a sound and we'll create any sound that we want. If you want to record your own sound by clicking on the sound icon over here, click on sound. I'm going to add a sound. Let's search for a sound and let's look for bite. There we go. We have a bite sound. Let's search for another one for music in the background. You can listen. Whichever one you want. Up to you. There's different sounds. I'm just going to add a bite sound to our game. You can add more if you want to. So we're going to go back to code. And we are going to say events. When I receive a point, I want it to play a sound. So we're going to go to play sound, bite. Now let's test that, see if that works. If I touch the apple, there we go, that is working. And what you can do, let's stop this. Now, when I receive, let's go to events, same thing again. When I receive game over, it must play a different sound. So play a sound, start sound, there we go. And let's go to sound and let's find a sound for if the ball hits me on the head. Let's type in bonk, let's go. There we go, let's select that one. Now I have my bonk sound, go back to my coding. Where it says this one, click on bonk. There we go. Let's click play and see if it works. Touch the apple first, apple sound, and ball sound. There we go, game over. And that is our game for today. So if you want to create something different, you can add different characters, you can add more things. It doesn't just have to be apples, it can be as many things as you want. Remember, if you are very creative, you obviously get more points and scores. So try your best and do whatever you can and send me a video of your high score. I want to see how many points can you get. That will be all for today. Thank you for listening.